We call this story as Bharat Ki Udaan. India has completed 75 glorious years of this journey ever since it became the world's largest democracy on 15th August 1947. Here, we have tried to show the children some of the most amazing milestones India has covered in this road. When he unfurled the flag on Red Fort Delhi, our first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru said, "At the stroke of midnight, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom." Children, can you imagine the huge task he and the other leaders of India had? The British had ruled India for nearly 200 years, and suddenly these leaders had the gigantic and the most difficult task of making India as one nation, focus on so many development issues. That's when the 5-year plans started. Okay, it was Nehru and his Council of Ministers who made India's first ever 5-year plan. As part of this plan, Nehru built and called these dams as temples of modern India. At that time, these huge projects were necessary for our development, necessary to generate energy, and to show the world that we could create such huge civil engineering projects. India's first computer, TIFRAC, was built by the Tata Institute in 1969. Can you believe, children, that an agricultural country like India did not have rice and wheat to feed its population when we got our freedom? We had to buy food from other countries. That's why M.S. Swaminathan started the Green Revolution. He made sure that crops grew well, farmers had enough fertilizers, and India could feed its own population. Now, let's come to the next big achievement of India. Did you know that the first Indian to go into space was Wing Commander Rakesh Sharma in 1984? You know what he said when the Prime Minister Indira Gandhi asked him, "How was India from space?" He said, "Sare jahan se acha." It means it's so beautiful from all the sides when you see from space. Another amazing achievement that happened a few years later, India won its first ever Oscar. Yes, Bhanu Athaiya, who designed the costume for the movie Gandhi, the lady that you see here, she's Bhanu Athaiya. She won the Oscar for Best Costume Design for the movie Gandhi in 1982. Of course, after that, music maestro A.R. Rahman, yes, you recognize him, and Rasool Pukutti also won Oscars for music and sound mixing for the movie Slumdog Millionaire. And how can we forget the bright smiles on Captain Kapil Dev and other team members' faces when India won the Cricket World Cup for the first time ever in 1983. And then in 1991, another historic event happened: globalization and liberalization. India was kind of a closed economy until then. It opened its doors to foreign business in 1991. That's when we started having and enjoying Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Before then, we just had our local brands, children. We all know that Infosys became the first Indian company to be listed on NASDAQ in 1999. Yes, that's the American Stock Exchange. And it was founded by none other than Narayan Murthy. After that, children, Indian IT engineers haven't ever looked back. And then the proud moment when our beloved leader and famous space scientist Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam became the 11th President of India in 2002. He always had huge dreams for our youth and encouraged them always to work hard for the country. I love this quote of it when he said, "Unless India stands up to the world, no one will respect us. In this world, fear has no place. Only strength respects strength." That's why he was very keen on a strong space program for India. And then, children, the most important and historic law, which means a lot to the children in India. We had the right of free and compulsory education to all children of 6 to 14 years. Yes, Indian constitution has always said that children should get education, but the right to get free and compulsory education, we only got it in 2009. Do you know what it means? It means it doesn't matter if the child is poor or rich, lives in a huge city or in a remote village. The child will have the right to get free education from the Indian government. Awesome, isn't it? And of course, there were lots of sporting achievements along the way. The 6-time boxing champion Mary Kom, Neeraj Chopra, who won India's first individual Olympic gold. Of course, before that, India had won a gold, but it was for a team event like hockey. And then, one of our most amazing and proud achievements recently, Chandrayaan-2 mission. Do you know that it was made with half the budget of Avengers movie? It was headed by women scientists, and this mission explored the unexplored south pole of moon, and it was made at such a less budget that the world could not believe it. Yes, and after that we come to the last part of our story today. India's first COVID vaccine, which was approved by WHO, Covaxin. And India continues to keep us protected from the pandemic. And many other countries continue to buy our vaccines too. Now, we are hoping a few years later, you children will write our country's history next. Jai Hind and happy Independence Day again.